Okay, question number 7, reverse integer. Given a 32 bit signed integer, reverse digits of an integer. When I look at this question, and well, especially for number 3, example number 3, 120 is reversed as 021, but then it's only taken as 21, my bad. And the return is an int. So an immediate thinking in this question is very simple forward. I'm just going to convert integer into a string, reverse that, convert back to the integer, and just return it. Let's go ahead and do it. And since we might have negative cases here, I'm just gonna put a little f as a flag, flag it as a 1, and if x were negative, I'll just flag it as -1, and also reverse x. So at the end, I'll just multiply my end result with this f to get that negative number. So my reversed string would be simply new string builder. That's that reverse. Got the string. So what I am supposed to return is really just f times integer value of rs. This is slightly cheating in a sense, because when you look at this, the real way to reverse it is really just to take the rolling basis. So you take that, the last digit of every number, and then multiply that by 10 and add back the next last digit. So basically, for example, if you had int a and b, and then a is just basically a times 10 plus b, where b is x mod 10, and then x is divided by 10 again. That's how you're supposed to do this question, and this is considered a slightly cheating in a sense. If we submit this, there's going to be a problem. The problem is, if you integer value of this string, some part of it might not work out. For example, this. So integer can't really parse this number, and integer can't parse that, simply because this is beyond the 32-bit. So what you could do is to get a ln value first. Ln re is ln dot value of rs times, of course, f times that, and then if ln dot compare re is smaller than integer dot max value, then you can return re. Or if re is greater than integer dot minimum value, you would return re. And if we just submit this number in, what you're really supposed to get, that's their answer here. That's a 0. And number 13, impossibly lost conversion from ln to int. 13 is here. So since we know that re is in between the integer max or minimum or maximum, we can just go ahead and return that with a cast onto int. And since this reverse number is greater than, it's outside the range, you just return 0. So you can just put a 0 over here. If it were exactly integer dot maximum or minimum, you could just return that. I think this is good. Runtime for the input string. So I don't get it. The 11 is saying that the number format for the string. So 11 is this. So my rs get it because since it's negative, but when you negate that, you can't really get this number with a negative sign in front of it, because in that case it's actually greater than the integer maximum. So what you could do is to cast this x into another value of ln. Now I'll just change this to v. So now x is simply a ln value. So you can still do the negative negation of that, and then I think this should be good. So once you reverse it, unknown error. Oh great, I have no idea what's happening right now. This is weird. Why am I getting an unknown error? So this number, once it's put in, does it even make sense to have this number in? Okay, makes sense. And then you cast it into ln. Well, I could do a ln dot value of or a simple cast would work as well. And if x were negative, you just negate that, and then you just change into string, reverse it, and take it as ln, and I think this should be good. Like the logic flows. Still gives me this value. So this number is obviously greater than 2 to the power of 31, and the expected number is 0, but I'm returning something here. So my re weird. I think it should be in between. So this is just guaranteeing that re is in between integer. Oh, it's not even there. Runtime is runtime error. So thus and sign will guarantee that my re is in between my integer range, and then I'll just return the cast of it. So here is how it's doing. It's kind of slow. The reason it's really slow is because I'm doing string manipulations of my integer. First I've got cast, and then cast into string, and then a string verse, and then another cast. So that's probably why it's slow, and this will be fast enough. We can do that, but so would I want a cast of v first into ln? I think that there should be one, just in case where you have a integer minimum, okay? And while x is greater than 0, this is just reverse of it. So a and b are actually lns. Well, give it a 0 first. Well, b is going to be integer, doesn't really matter. So here, I still need to compare my my a with this result. Oh, my bad. Duh. definitely forgot to multiply by that factor with a flag. Is this a lot faster? Oh, actually, it's similar. Okay, so this is slow as well, but at least we passed. Okay, that's it for question number 7.